And now we're supposed to analyze a short story by Dorothy Parker, The Last Tea. And as usual, a few words about the author. Dorothy Parker, an American writer, is famous for her refined humor and witty and malicious satire. Although she is mainly appreciated for short stories, she is also well known as a writer of drama, poetry, and criticism. Nearly all her short stories focus on her familiar dominant themes, such as frustrated love, loneliness, materialistic system of values, and disillusionment. The Last Tea was first published in 1932 and was since repeatedly included into numerous collections of short stories and anthologies. And now about author's discourse and character's discourse. In the main, a narrative text of a literary work can be subdivided into narrator's discourse or author's discourse and character's discourse. One of the most famous narratologists, Manfred Jahn, presents the following graphic of narrative communication. Is shown in the following graphic. Literary narrative communication involves the interplay of three communicative levels. Each level of communication comes with its own set of addressers or senders and addressees or receivers. According to Manfred Jahn, the above model distinguishes between the levels of action, which comprises communicating characters, and Manfred Jahn called this level the level of action, because we're assuming that speech acts are not categorically different from other acts. The second level presented by Manfred Jahn is the level of narrative mediation or narrative discourse, where a fictional narrator refers to an addressee, and non-fictional communication. So on the level of non-fictional or real communication, the author and the reader of the text are situated on the same level of communication. Since author and reader do not communicate in the text itself, the level of communication is an extratextual one. So the first one is author and reader on the level of non-fictional, real communication, extratextual level. The second one, narrator and audience or addressees on the level of fictional mediation, this is intratextual level, and characters on the level of action, also intratextual level. And now about character, person, and figure. Although the terms person, character, and figure are often used indiscriminately, modern theoretical discourse makes an effort to be more distinct and accurate. A person is a real-life person, anyone occupying a place on the level of non-fictional communication. So authors and readers are persons. A character is not a real-life person, but only a paper being. A being created by an author and existing only within a fictional text, either on the level of action or on the level of fictional mediation. And the term figure is often simply used as a variation of character. However, some theorists also use for referring to the narrator. And now explain the title of the text. Why is it called The Last Tea? Comment upon implication. And let me remind you that implication is a suggestion that is not expressed directly but understood. Yes, the implication can also be suggested by the title. And comment upon the style of the story. So style is a distinctive way in which an author uses language. So word choice, phrasing, sentence length, tone, dialogue, purpose, and attitude toward the audience and subject can all contribute to an author's writing style. So what sort of language does Dorothy Parker use? Why does she use a lot of slang? Why does she use so many graphemes? Well, what prevails in the story, dialogue or monologue? identify stylistic devices and their role in the description of the characters. So what do the authors aim to use them? And what do the two characters' speech reveal? What methods does the author use to describe the characters? Direct or explicit, indirect or implicit? How do their actions and doings characterize them? What is the relationship between the characters, and how is this relationship pointed out? What contrasts and parallels are there in the behavior of the characters?